Greetings everyone, welcome back to the final video of Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. If I ever plan on doing, like, randomizers, because apparently they put the randomizer up for this. Oops. No. Dang it! This menu system's a little bit suspect. Alright, here he is, the genius buffoon himself. You remember me? I was once the renowned knight of Cornelia! Still called Cornelia, not Cornelia. I forgot to rearrange my party. Oh well, it'll be fine. You killed me, I'm Garland! Oh, you defeat me then? But the Four Great Forces saved me by sending me back through time! Once here, I sent the Four Fiends into the future! But I shall once again use the Four Great Forces to send me into the past! In 2,000 years, I will remember none of this. It turns into a big giant demon dude. But I will be reborn again here. Now this is actually when Dissidia takes place, isn't it? Is back at this time. The fun thing about Dissidia is Garland is there as well. And there's a little bit of banter between them because Chaos knows that he is Garland, but Garland doesn't know that he's Chaos. And it's a really interesting dynamic they put into that game. You can kind of see where they kind of banter a little bit. It's fun. He kind of gives little hints so that he knows what's going to happen to him. Let's see. So even as you die, again and again I shall return. Born again into this endless cycle that I have created. Yeah, I just killed the fiends, and now I'm about to kill you. Yeah, they're using that same sprite. It's fine. Okay, you do that. You're gonna do that. Gonna buff you up, buddy. Ow! One character I really didn't want him hitting. I'm gonna heal him up. Stat! So I do have the X potion. Do one of those. Get to cracking on that. Where's that X potion at? Fully restore HP. Go. Go for it. Good, we get that off. Ah! Your attack is null and void! Woohoo! Keep buffing it up. Do that again. Attack. Where's that last X potion at? Alright, haste him. That shouldn't do anything? No. Oh, what? He... Oh, well, I buffed the right guy then, so... Eh. Buff it up! Another 20 points of attack power! Take this, vile demon! Okay, where's my elixir? Go for that, and then you can start doing flare. Eep! Alright, we're good. You can start adding your little, you know, pocket change to it. 500 damage on that. Now he's might be getting his Cure 4 coming around, so we gotta hit him again pretty quick. Here, you use a Curaga on yourself. Start adding in on that. BAM! Wow, they've really buffed his hit points. You know what, let's keep doing that. That's nothing. 3,200 damage! A new record. Okay, that's going to be a bit much. Die! How many hit points did they give him now? Oh, jeez! You gotta kill him now, dude. Come on. Oh my gosh, how many hit points does he have now? Okay, that's fine, because I can heal him. We got a heal turn. Oh gosh! Jeez, they made him rough on this one. Okay. Alright, I was not over leveled. Not by any means. Woo, that's a rough chaos. They pulled out the stops of that sucker. Like, oh, you guys thought chaos was a joke? Here. We're gonna need like 30,000 hit points. Deal with it. Wow, okay. 10 out of 10 on the chaos fight. Still, best war mech yet. They actually animated the frickin' nuke. It is truly a Metal Gear now. It's no longer nuclear or something that looks like flare. It's a goddamn frickin' Metal Gear goddamn nuke. So, this version does have little issues, yes. And I do miss that it doesn't have all the bonus dungeons. But, for it being a full-on, proper remake, with all the stuff that the original game had, like the spell charges and all that, not MP, but the original, stuff. This is a very proper good remake. Like it's like what the randomizer would do, where you could play a vanilla game with all the bug fixes and the game actually having proper stat growth and spell damage growth and all that. It's like they took that, now gave it a proper makeover, and that's what we have. So, kudos to Square for this game. This is very, very good. Very good game. See, this time loop stuff is going to make your freaking head hurt. The one big question, though, is why does Garland go crazy and kidnap the princess? Exactly, none can say. Still, I very much enjoyed this. Thank you, Honky Kong, if you got this for me for Christmas. Thank you, brother, for doing that. I figured, hey, this is something I can do really quick. It's a quick LP. Yes, I didn't talk to every freaking NPC and all that. They're all going to say most of the same crap. It was just like, hey, I can sit down and do this really quick. I used my favorite party setup, and it worked out good. I didn't live through the final fight. Jack didn't live through the final fight. But goddamn Hisani was whooping on that. And I'm glad I went over and got that during Masamune. Woo, buddy. Was not going to beat Chaos without that thing. No way, no how. And I need all the hits I can get out of that thing to take down that stupid Chaos. Because that thing, No, you have to have that sword. That ain't happening. I was going to buff up the warrior and just kind of let him go, and I was going to secondary do the ninja, but then I was like, yeah, let's fully buff the ninja and see where this goes, and I'm glad I did. And I was using some of those never used items either. Like elixirs, X potions. You don't use those items. I found a couple X potions and I used them all. I found a couple elixirs. I used a lot of them. Speedy. You get a whoop and you'll cut that out. Wow, they added a little bit more story to this. The weird thing is that in Dissidia, the 4 light warriors are one warrior, and it's the warrior of light. But you never actually see him in this game. Now, the original intro cutscene to like the Final Fantasy Chronicles was the warrior of light fighting, I guess, Bahamut? He's fighting the dragon. And I always thought it was just Garland fighting the dragon, or fighting Bahamut. And I was like, oh, that could be a thing. Because I thought that was Garland at the beginning. No? That's the Warrior of Light fighting a freaking dragon, some random dragon. And I was like, what? Why did they do this? So, You never actually see the Warrior of Light in this game. But it's intended that he's actually like the warrior character, because everybody put a fighter or warrior or knight, whatever you call him, in their party. So if I was to rate this on a scale of 10, I would give this... I'm leaning towards an 8. An 8 out of 10. 7, I think, is too low. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'd say an 8, because the music in this is top-notch. Yeah, the music in this is top-notch. This is the best soundtrack this game's ever had. The art design, they did tweak some of the sprites. And the battle design, they did make it a little tougher in the battles, and I'm all for that. But god dang it, poison is the most broken stat aspect in this freaking game. It's not even that it's that, there's the man, Nobuo Uematsu, the man, the plan, who makes all the music happen. Except Final Fantasy 13 when they didn't have him in there, and everyone hated him. So, thanks a lot, Square. But yeah, the battle design was much improved, and they put the fast forward feature in there where you could set up your attacks and then it'll just keep repeating those attacks. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a party setup that might be do better than that. I know a monk would just freaking ravage freaking chaos. Monk would ravage the best out of him. A monk, and then a warrior with that Masamune, and you put them in the bottom rows, and you get haste off on both of them and let them go to town. Because the monk is by far and away the most powerful character in this game. He's just boring because you can't equip anything on him. I just find that boring. So, anyways, we'll let these credits roll out because these guys deserve credit. All these people who worked on this freaking game, you all deserve so much credit for doing this. So, Final Fantasy VI is supposed to be coming out here pretty soon. And oh dear lord. I'm excited and worried at the same time because Final Fantasy II, they butchered the soundtrack in that game. The soundtrack was remade on the Origins disc on PlayStation 1. And it is by far and away one of my favorite soundtracks of any Final Fantasy. The battle music alone is like better than most final battle musics throughout the series. Maybe not Dancing Mad, but close. But I'm talking about just the regular battle music. Is just that freaking good. And I love the story and everything. But I heard the battle music in the remaster that they just did, and oh dear lord, it's terrible. It is terrible. There's something about doing it or just a pure orchestral version of the music of Final Fantasy II that makes it sound so awesome. Like the Rebel theme is amazing in Origins. The battle theme is amazing. The world theme is, it has like this overhanging like dread tone about it. And that's what I love about Final Fantasy II is that you always feel like you're behind the 8-ball the whole game. Like you're trying to fight the Empire, and you cannot. You're just 4 people, and you have no help. And the only people helping is like Sid, who's kind of helping, but he's just a drunk now. He's lost his homeland to the Empire, and he's basically just got his airship. And but he's still trying to help out where he can, but only for a price. He's basically a mercenary. The princess is just trying to keep everybody safe, but at the same time trying to fight a war. The queen's dying. The king is dead. The princess's fiance ran off like a little girl. No, wait. Her fiance died defending her, and then his brother ran off like a little girl because he's a wuss. You got Minwu, the awesome freaking ninja white mage. And then Leon's awesome, and you got the Dragoon. I don't know. I'm gonna mix that mixed up with Final Fantasy 3. But there's a lot of support characters in Final Fantasy 2 that are really cool. Like the pirate chick is freaking awesome in that. She was actually one of my favorite characters before she just leave your party. I was like, God dang it! But yeah, I mean, 2 is such a great game. It's basically, if you really want to wrap your head around what the way 2 plays, it's basically like you had a turn-based JRPG version of an Elder Scrolls game. That's Final Fantasy 2. The more you do something, the better you get at it, and that's just how it goes. It's great. Okay, if you heard that, that was a cat running around the chair. Now he's playing with his new Christmas toy I got him. It's like an angler fish with like the little bulb thing hanging off the front of it, but not near as terrifying. But oh, he loves that thing. He's just batting it around, rolling around with it. He's doing it right now. You get him, Speedy. You know what that thing did. Jeez. Enough people worked on this thing. Like 5 people worked on the original. Now you got like 30,000. And I've never played through Final Fantasy 3, like the actual Final Fantasy 3. It's like one of the few I've not like played through. I've played through most of Final Fantasy 5, but I just don't. I can't wrap my head around 5. There's something just that's off, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is about 5 that just puts me off on it. I like it. Something just puts me off. I don't know what it is. I like 5. Something's off. 6 is a masterpiece. 7's good. 8's good, but it's too grindy. It's goddamn grindy. I can't. I don't mind a grind, but when the whole game is a grind, I can't. 9 is borderline masterpiece. Could almost put it right up there with 6. It's that freaking good. 10 is the first corridor simulator. 11 I played, but I never really got a chance to play it with people. And I liked it, I just never had people to play it with. Which sucked. 12 is so good I don't want to play it. But it's just basically Star Wars. It literally is Star Wars. Tactics is extremely good. Especially the PSP version. Even though the PSP version has an audio bug, it's still awesome because they put Balthier in there for 12. And he's the most broken goddamn character I've ever seen in the game. And also I like Tactics because you have Mustadio, the sniper, and he's amazing. And then Balthier's like an even better version of Mustadio. So, yeah. Let's see. 13 is the worst thing ever made. And somehow got 2 sequels. I'll go back to 10. 10's not a bad game. I just don't like it because it's Corridor Simulator. And they're like, hey, you got the airship. You don't get to fly it. That was the first game where they said, hey, here's an airship. You don't get to fly it. That's half the fun of having an airship in all these games, is that you get to fly it yourself around the world. Not just go, oh, let's get to pull up the mini-map and just point to a thing, and it will just magically appear in the town. That's boring. They ruined the airship in 10, but the combat system in 10 is very good. Very intuitive. I like it. The sphere system, the level up system's a bit overly complex, but good. So 10's not a bad game. I just don't like it. I don't like what they did. The whole. They took all the exploration out of the game. It's all gone. There's no exploration. One of the core features of any RPG is exploration, and you took that and threw it in the garbage. Which 13 then rummaged around and added more garbage to it by being one of the worst freaking games I've ever played. And it's not that I didn't try to play 13. I put 8 hours into it. 8. I played that stupid piece of garbage for 8 hours. Only liked one character in it, Saz, the pilot, with his Frocobo. He has a little chick. He has a little chocobo chick that lives in his afro, and he's awesome. And Frocobo is awesome too. Saz was the only person who actually had a brain. Lightning is Squall from 8 with boobs. There's no other way to say it. That's what she is. She's got a gunblade. She's a soldier / mercenary. And she's stoic. And, I don't need anybody's help, and I can do everything on my own. Just like Squall. She's just Squall, but a girl. And then Snow is basically ripped from Final Fantasy VI. He's Locke, but a monk. He looks like Locke and fights like a monk. And, oh my gosh, the summons. Don't get me started on how much ruined the summons in the freaking game. Oh my gosh. So we're moving on. 14, I've played. It's basically WoW, but better. So if you like World of Warcraft and you're sick of Square Enix and all their misogynistic douchebaggery and basically going China #1, you can go play Final Fantasy 14. It's just as good, if not better. Actually, I'd say it's all around better. And they're still supporting it. They still put out more they're still putting out expansion packs for it. So yeah, something Square isn't doing. And then Final Fantasy 15 is almost a remake of this game. It has a lot of the same elements, and it's fun. And then also, if you play as the photography guy, he is basically the prophecy foretold. All right, let me check something here. Bestiary. Where is he? Did he drop anything? Nothing. Ooh, drop a power staff. Big goddamn deal. Wow, Kraken can drop eye drops. That's just a slap in the goddamn face. They still won't tell you his stats. I killed him. I killed him and it still won't tell me. He's got over 30,000 goddamn hit points. So, yeah. Alright, does any of these monsters drop anything worth a dang? Besides Garland. Okay, that gives you haste, I think. Or it does Saber for you. That's cool. Drop the Worm Killer. You know, by that point in the game, they're garbage. And we found one of those off of them, so, okay. I think we've got all the enemies done. Ice Shield. Oh, from Winterwolf? That's cool. When you're fighting them, that would be handy. It could be handy. Anybody else drop anything worth a dang? A knife. Get the frig out of here with the garbage. Okay, yeah, they drop X potions. That is huge. That's a good thing. That's crap. Astos could drop a Mithril Sword. Okay, that's kind of cool. He ain't never going to do it, but he can. Okay, and then Green Slimes get high potions. That's cool. And then they can drop sabers, which is good for money. We got the leather shield. They almost always drop that. He can drop a long sword, and they can drop staves. That's garbage. They can drop that. Oh man, crazy horses can drop potions. So can Goblin Guards. Okay. So did we miss any enemies? We missed one. A river monster, I think. Yeah. The regular piranha. We never ran into a regular piranha. I think that's all of it. Is that it? No? One overworld enemy. That's it. Well, I know where the piranha is. But I don't exactly know where that other enemy is. I'm trying to think what it was. Anyways, that is it, guys. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm still working on Dot Hack version or chapter 3 while I was recording this. This was like filler. I'm still working on it. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.